Saliu Abdullahi, our reporter out there at the APC Secretariat. I will be giving us updates of the meeting, the NWC meeting. Now, joining us to put all this conundrum into proper perspective, two APC members, Prince Sule Ekosami from Kebbi, while Aliu Shehu is also here with us. Saliu, perhaps you'll still give us one or two updates before we go. But Prince is here, of course, and Liu Shehu of the young stakeholders of the APC. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So right now, how are we so far as the breakdance is concerned?
Thank you very much for having us. It is clear that our house is back in order. It is clear that the president and other well-meaning party members, the hierarchy of our party, have intervened, and we want to thank the president for making sure that our party and our house is back in order. So what it means is Adams Oshomole being the chairman of our party, based on the decision of the Court of Appeal restraining him, has vacated that order, and what it means is that he's back as the national chairman of our party.
All right, Prince Sule, what do we expect from this NWC meeting? Is it supposed to be a meeting of brothers, and perhaps at the end of the day we'll see some amicable resolutions and something by way forward?
Yes, you should expect any ruling party anywhere in a democracy in Africa, there will be tension. Normally, when after election, people are clamoring for offices, they've lost out, some people have lost out in several ages. So there will be a lot of tension. So this is normal. You expect all this tension. So every meeting that you see APC holding, be it NEC meetings, stakeholders, whatever, is a meeting that is fashioned to actually give progress support to this current administration, because the government, the president has a lot to do. We are not expected to be getting all these distractions on very major issues that is facing our country today. So we expect it's going to be a harmonious meeting, a resolution. Basically, we don't expect any war. We're a very progressive party. A lot of people see it as a vehicle. We don't. It's actually a body meant to fashion our good policies of this particular country. So we expect the best to come out of it. Eventually, we expect utmost stability and peace in our party, so that Mr. President can actually accomplish so many things he has started during his first tenure.
Sure, let me take you back a bit. Did you exhaust all avenues within the party, internal party resolution instruments, before perhaps going the way of the courtrooms?
Yes, thank you very much. And from the ruling, you can see that the court has said, go back and settle amicably. There are internal mechanisms that every member who is aggrieved must follow before you resort to going to court. That was not totally exhausted before some aggrieved members went to court. But we thank God that right now they are towing the path of peace, and they are back on the table. And by the grace of God, I can tell you authoritatively that our party is back, and is back for good for Nigerians.
Okay, let me stay with you before I go to Prince finally for this part of it. From the perspective of the youths, how are you trying to at least make sure that all feathers that were ruffled at the beginning, there's some kind of resolution and everybody's on board?
Yes, thank you very much. If you followed us keenly as the young stakeholders of this party, who are majorly, like I always say, the major stakeholders of the party, we have tried to maintain a balance to see where this whole boha is taking us. And by the grace of God, we are the next generation of leaders. So for us, it is better, and it is in our own good, that everything that is being done today is resolved amicably, so that they can bequeath a country that is well and healthy for us.
All right, I hesitated to shake you because I know that you have been out of the country for a while. So, but notwithstanding, you need to, tell us from your own perspective what you've seen in terms of, the mood in camp generally, in spite of all the verbal jousting that we have seen in some sections of the press before now, and what you expect moving forward.
This is democracy at play, just like I tell you. Any party in power, you will have opposition sometimes within government or within the party. People will have grievances from primary election to general election up till the time that even he became chairman. Or even as the government is moving, there are people with grievances. So somehow people take advantage of some lacuna, which eventually is in every party, and they push us in. But going forward, I can tell you this government has a lot of challenges that it's facing right now. The government is facing insecurity head-on. There are a lot of economic reforms going on head-on. Already now we have a coronavirus which is affecting our social status and the economy of the entire world. So this is a big challenge to everyone. So this is normal for you to see people with apprehension from the side. Remember, our party is very big. We have absorbed so many people from the opposition. And some of them actually came into the party to use it as a vehicle. When they don't succeed ensuring that their vehicle is taking them to the journey they are going to, they will create all these issues. And some of us that understand that very well, on the one we said, is a national party for national democratic integration, for peace, for stability, for progressive ideas. When you come for a vehicle for you to achieve a particular office and you lose, we'll put our eyes on you because we don't allow you to pollute our party and ensure that people are losing confidence in our party. And we cannot allow that.
All right, let me stay with that, can I call it your anecdote on the vehicle and say that for this particular discussion, we have reached the bus stop. But meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari met with APC governors yesterday. Let's hear from our State House correspondent, Adamu Sambo.
16 out of the 20 APC governors from across Nigeria attended a crucial meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the leader of the party. Discussions that lasted about 30 minutes behind closed doors centered on the leadership crisis rocking the governing party, its implications on governance, especially the implementation of the next level agenda of the Buhari presidency and the best way forward. Chairman of the Progressives Governors Forum and Governor of Kebbi State, Atiku Bagudu, spoke to newsmen after the meeting.
We discussed about party issue and show appreciation to Mr. President, how he has given access to each of us individually and collectively. And among the issues we discussed was the need with the resolution that the governors have taken to work together and resolve all the issues in the party, in our party. And also to seek Mr. President support to postpone the National Executive Council meeting that was scheduled for tomorrow until such a time that the governors are able to report back.
Has he agreed to that?
Yes.
No date has yet been fixed for the National Executive Committee meeting of the governing APC.
All right, in the second leg of discussion, the whole of Nigeria is with Lagos State at this moment in what has been described as one man-made disaster too many in Nigeria's densely populated commercial city. The governor of the state, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, after visiting the scene of the Abuja explosion, was at the presidential villa to brief President Muhammadu Buhari. Let's take that report and then we'll come for our discussion.
Mr. President was very gracious to receive me and to ask me about where we are and what has happened.
Armed with various pictures on the unfortunate Sunday morning incident in Abuja, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu showed President Muhammadu Buhari the extent and the level of destruction suffered by Lagosians as a result of the gas and pipeline explosion, which he described as better imagined. He told the president that a high-powered committee led by the deputy governor of the state has been set up to come up with full report on the immediate and remote causes of the incident, what can be done to avert future occurrence, as well as set up an emergency relief fund in aid of the victims.
Say for a 2 billion fund that we believe might not speak to all of the things, but at least it will begin to speak to all of the immediate challenges. And the state government immediately have instructed that 250 million naira should be set aside and put into that fund. Before I left too, I had given instruction that Loma, Neighborhood Watch, and also Lasema, they've immediately set in motion a cleaning up exercise because we now need to begin to do restoration and restoration of the entire environment. So that, I imagine, had started now so that we can begin to bring back some element of normalcy back to those communities.
Describing the incident as unprecedented in Lagos State, Governor Sanwo-Olu said his administration will henceforth be firm and fair on matters relating to public safety and security.
Joining us now is Honorable Ogene Ego, member representing Amu Ward of in Federal Constituency in the Federal House of Representatives. Now, Honorable, Abule Ado is in your constituency.
Yes.
First, our sincere condolences to those people who lost their lives in your constituency. Just last week we had you here. Yeah. We didn't know that such a disaster was lying somewhere in the dark pages waiting.
Yeah. On Sunday, I was in church when messages came that there was a huge explosion in my constituency. I couldn't imagine it. I came out to try to fathom what was happening. After the church, I reached out to my constituency, and what they told me, I couldn't believe. One of the biggest disasters that Nigeria has ever witnessed. A blast that was so strong that houses that were about half a kilometer away all scattered into pieces. Some houses that were about 3 kilometers away, the roofs blew off. And some about 4 kilometers away, glasses got shattered and ceiling came in. It's unbelievable. The force of the bomb, the force of the explosion is so much that we cannot imagine. What we are told happened was that there is somebody who manufactures or works on gas bottles, and somewhere there, and a vehicle came to collect some and mistakenly hit some of the bottles, and they hit each other, and they set off a chain reaction, an explosion. And unfortunately, about 10 or 15 meters away is where the pipeline of NNPC was dug. The force of this thing was so much that even the pipeline from under ripped off and a fire appeared. It's so sad, it's unbelievable, Properties that people have labored to build over the years, mighty buildings, are scattered. But the saddest aspect is a life that was lost. And a school that is close by, one of the best schools in Lagos State, Lazarus Secondary School, that was set up by the Catholic Church for girls only. People lost their life there. This place got scattered. And the most painful thing is that the Reverend Sister, who is the principal, was determined to save every student. Was running from place to place, bringing out the children, bringing out. By the time she brought out the last person, the roof caved in, and she gave her life. So it's so sad. You only need to go there, to see what is happening.
In terms of, you visited the area,
Yes.
and have you been able to, at least in terms of, some basic palliatives to make sure that these people have somewhere to lie down and all that? What are the efforts so far?
Yesterday I was here with the speaker. I must thank the speaker of the house, Honorable Dr. Bajabi Amila, for, coming along with me to see the people, to commiserate with them. I must also thank the governor of Lagos State, because shortly before we left Abuja there, the governor have also visited them. And I'm happy that Lesama is on ground. Even Nema is on ground. This morning I've written a letter to Nema, telling them the magnitude of the bomb blast, and that they should provide some relief materials. But with the effort of Lagos State, Lesama and Co., some relief is being done. And already you can hear the governor have set up a fund of about 2 billion naira. It may not be enough, but that is a good way to start. So I'm very grateful to the governor, because it's my constituency. I will say I'm the chief mother on this issue. And some of those who were affected, I know them to their churches and the community. Even people, so many people I know, churches lost some part of their building, and individuals. A lot of people are homeless. It's a very sad situation. It's a natural disaster.
The governor was here to see the president, and already action has been. But in terms of future occurrences, we must begin to look at safety measures, and also siting of some of these buildings or facilities that have highly volatile materials in communities that are densely populated.
Yes, I've been looking at the issue. How did the NNPC pipeline down got blown off? Because nobody dug it. The blast was on the surface. And from what I can gather, the NNPC pipeline, some of them are just half a meter deep. Such pipelines, I understand that generally, they are supposed to be about 2 meters deep, so that no matter what happened up, it does not affect them. And secondly, some of them are not coated. That is a pipe. And some of the pipes are very old. Some are more than 30 to 40 years old. You know, by general standard, they are supposed to have replaced some of them. So a lot of blame also goes to NNPC and also to government, because some of the houses were too close to the place. They are supposed to be a little bit right of way, which it appears was not.
That's talking about the Lagos State government now.
Well, those who give approval, I don't know whether it's Lagos State, because part
the
of
local
it,
government.
Yeah, federal government. Some are federal land, some are Lagos State land, you know, in the area. So we don't know, but those officials who give approval, you know, should have been able to tell the people move a bit. But even then, the force of the blast was so much that no matter the distance you give to it, it will still have affected the buildings. And I don't know what happened, how that blast, you know, the effect got so much like that. And so many people are dead, some are in the hospital. It's a sad day for my constituency and a sad day to Nigeria. So our only appeal is that we should support the governor's effort so that let Nigerians raise money, let us pour money into the fund to be able to take care of our people.
All right, Honorable Ogenego, want to commiserate with you and your constituency on this sad development. That has been Political Update for today. Stay with the NTA for news, reviews, previews, and interviews. My name is Fisai Ogunfuyi. Thanking you for staying tuned. All the best. Enjoy the rest of your week.